Once upon a time, in a small quiet town, there lived an older woman named Evelyn. She was well known in the community, not for her kindness or generosity, but for her cunning ways of getting by. Evelyn was in her late 40s and had spent most of her life relying on government assistance to make ends meet. She lived a simple and modest life, but she had a knack for finding companionship in the most unexpected places. One sunny afternoon, as Evelyn was taking a stroll through the park, she noticed a young man named Alex sitting alone on a bench. He was 20 years old, with a heart full of dreams and a smile that could light up the darkest of days. Alex had recently moved to the town, searching for something he couldn't quite put into words. Evelyn, with her wily charm, approached Alex and struck up a conversation. She offered him a drink, and they began to chat as they sipped their beers. Evelyn, who had seen her fair share of life's hardships, saw an opportunity in the young man's innocence and vulnerability. Over time, Evelyn's friendship with Alex deepened, and she showered him with affection and false promises of love. She made him feel special, as if he had finally found the love he had been seeking in this cold, indifferent world. Alex fell for her, hook, line, and sinker. He couldn't believe his luck in finding someone who seemed to care so deeply for him. Soon enough, Evelyn became pregnant, and Alex was overjoyed at the prospect of becoming a father. He thought this was the beginning of a beautiful life together, full of love and happiness. However, as the days turned into months, Evelyn's affection for Alex began to wane. She became demanding and manipulative, constantly criticizing him and raising her expectations to impossible heights. Alex did his best to maintain the love-dove attitude that had once won Evelyn's heart, but it was an impossible task. He felt like he was walking on eggshells, trying to please a woman who was no longer interested in him as a person, but rather as a means to an end. Eventually, Evelyn left Alex, taking their child with her. She left behind a broken young man who had believed in her false promises of love. As she walked away, she casually mentioned that she expected child support payments from him. Alex, now alone and devastated, struggled to make sense of the shattered dreams and broken heart he was left with. He had been naive and foolish to believe in Evelyn's empty words. He had lost the chance to live his life as he had envisioned it, all because he had been taken advantage of by someone he thought he could trust. As Evelyn continued to benefit from the hard work of others, Alex was left to pick up the pieces of his life. He had learned a harsh lesson about the world and its indifference to love and trust. With a modest smile that hid the pain in his heart, he vowed to rebuild his life and never again fall for false promises of love from those who only sought to use him.